That is, I think it's supposed to be a fat baby sump croc, maybe?
And with that note, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wobbly Player Syndrome, a
You were very
140K
quiet.
podcast. I was waiting for someone. Waiting. Thank
And
you,
you
Radio
got it.
Mike. I got it. That is the best intro. Love it. Of course, we are
It wasn't me.
here. We are here for the episode 57, and this one's entitled "You're All Individuals."
I'm
No,
not.
no.
Come on, boys and girls. We practiced this.
I was like, said, I'm not, you idiots.
Yes, we'll be exploring how the individuality of some of the game is gone, and is it with 10th edition secret teas leaked. There we go. Thank you, Promo Hill, for the subscription.
We're going to get a cat body walking by.
Oh no,
That's
pussy
not-
on the screen.
I was going to say, it's not that type of video.
Oh no, TOS.
Demonetized.
Thank you very much for the sub as well. We just everyone's just a Blood Angel fan, clearly. I do love that picture of the Venerable Dreadnought.
Old age
Yeah,
dreadnought.
Old
yeah.
Age Dreadnought, it's fantastic. Look, I'm Greg, Red Belly. I haven't been offline for a bit, but here we are with our podcast for this month, which is rank number 8 for 140K podcast. Filmed in this bedroom. No. Well, it's pretty exciting to see. And the only way to make this podcast work is with this. I was going to say talent, but yeah, we got Adam.
Yeah, hi.
We got Radio Mike.
Hi.
We got safe for work Mark,
Hey, everybody.
and not safe for work Mark.
Hey. Those who are listening, you're going to miss something I did there.
Use your imagination if you listen to the podcast. You'll be pretty
My
close.
pants stayed on.
For those listening to the podcast at home, Mark flipped one the bird.
Wonderful. You can find us on. I've gone Audible. Oh, almost went blank.
Amazon.
How is everyone? Feels like at least a month since we've seen each other.
Well, that's what you say.
Much more alive. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look
and
like
works again.
Radio Mike. I'm trying to get the.
Trying a bit of catch up.
Yeah, I've got a long way to catch.
Nice. It's good to be here. We're getting close to the end of the year. Holy crap.
It's been a year.
Hams fan, you're right. He's fortunate we don't pan the camera down because we don't know if he's lying or telling the truth about the pants. Yeah. Just, I'm going to say
I'm
use
not
your
responding at
imagination,
all.
but I don't want to cause harm.
I didn't respond. No, I would never do that. So, football.
Yeah, how about that sports team? All right, so I've got a bit of a rant coming, I feel, this month. It's going to be exciting. So I hope everyone's going to have got ready with all their comments, and we'll ignore them like we ever do. I mean, we'll engage with them every month, and you'll have fun. But in the meantime, oh my God, thank God he's back, because last week we struggled for this segment. My God, it could have launched the most epic thing ever by 40K, and you've never said it before, and we would have stuffed it up. Oh yeah, there's a new paint.
There was so much stuff came out last month too. Like my list was huge.
Radio Mike, we've passed that. We don't live in the past. We're all about the
Last
future now.
month, for God's
Right.
That was
sake.
last
We're
month.
looking at now. So tell us what's out now, please.
All right. So the first thing that comes to mind is the made to order that they announced today, which I think is cool. Because it's the old school relative to the modern day, Chaos Lords.
Yeah.
Metal Archaon, the old, horse-mounted one. The Foot Chaos Lord for Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh. The Tzeentch Lord with Familiar on foot, and the Mounted Chaos Sorcerer, which is cool, because I didn't have that Slaanesh one and the Mounted one, so I'm going to pick those up.
Sorry, you didn't have a miniature?
No, I know. Honestly, I was surprised as you are. I thought I had them, but I looked and I couldn't find them, so I'm going to buy another one just in case.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
You will find the box of the other ones that you had
It
the
wouldn't
day
There'll be an
after you get
archaeological
them.
Yeah.
dig. Found it!
it wouldn't be the first time, if I'm
I,
honest.
I
Um,
do like the
But then
Slaanesh
find it
Chaos
again.
Lord.
Yeah, I haven't looked at
yeah,
that. I saw the core one.
the Slaanesh Chaos Lord is a really cool model.
I know.
They're all really cool. I love that corn
Nice.
one. Like,
Yeah, the core
Yeah,
one
the
looked
core
cool.
one.
That caught my attention.
they're great old models.
Ham's fan's working on Tomb Kings at the moment, but it looks like he's been suckered into it too. Release the Fantasy Chaos Army in the future. Yeah. Army of,
Yeah.
what are they called? I can't say Army of Darkness, that's not right. They don't carry boomsticks. What is the army? Slave of Darkness. What are they? What is the
Yeah,
chaos?
Slaves to Darkness.
Slaves to
Darkness.
Darkness. Not,
Yeah. So, and then the next thing down the line, the Cadia Stands box.
I can't believe you went with
which-
that second.
Yeah, it's because
Are
order of
we a
importance.
40k podcast?
Chaos is everything. You know, I live in a house with young children. I'm used to chaos.
Yes. Yes. Don't ask which
So
faction.
yeah, the Cadia Stands box came out.
For pre-order out this weekend.
Yeah, for pre-order. Which I'm trying really hard not to buy because I'm never gonna get around to building it. And that Orc Golf Rocker model came out, which is a cool looking model that I have no need for.
Yeah, and it's a
What
great point because it looks cool. I want it, but I don't need it.
That is exactly it, eh? I'm trying so
Yeah,
hard
that
not
one.
to buy shit I don't need currently.
Yeah.
And I saw the
And
price
it's a
of it.
real
That helps
struggle.
me. See
I
the
It's
did
a
price
that
real
helps.
struggle.
But yeah.
I looked at it and I went, I really like it.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
But
So-
then you
Yeah.
get the Slaanesh Noise Marine and you start making some sort of punk band. It's just different factions.
Oh,
Really honest.
that would
Is this
be
game
so.
about ever needing any of the models?
You're welcome. And you get
That's
the
such a-
Chaos one with the harp thing. There's your
Yeah,
string or something?
the Infernal and Rapturous.
Yeah.
I've got her. Yeah, no, the Noise Marine and the Gopher. I don't need to be doing this, Rick. Stop it.
Got him!
You've talked him into it.
So the next thing back down the line is the Warhammer Quest Cursed City Night Wars expansion pack, which came out, which I actually missed the pre-orders for because I was like out of town in the friggin' hills all weekend. And I only noticed today that it had come out because I was like,
Didn't
wasn't
see
that
it.
supposed to come out? And it's like sold out everywhere.
Oh, no.
Whoops.
Actually, our local GW has 2 copies left.
Well, there you go.
Everywhere else is sold out, but no one's gone to the GW because they assume they've sold out.
Interesting.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of Age of Sigmar stuff for Slaves of Darkness, those cool-looking new Chaos Warrior models. Like, I don't even play AOS Chaos, and I'm
I
tempted to get some.
almost got the box set just for the Daemon Prince.
Yeah,
Is that the new
it's
Daemon
pretty
Prince?
cool.
It looks like the new Daemon
With
Prince, but
multiple
yeah,
heads, and so you could change it to which faction you want.
I don't know, but it really looked nice. The whole, but I went $300 and something for one
Yeah.
model.
And you went quickly,
No.
swipe, and you hit Cadia Stands instead.
Yeah.
I keep having to restrain myself from buying a bunch of Sons of Behemoth just because I want to make like the giants from the BFG book as Sons of Behemoth.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Save
And
up,
so there
hit
was
bash.
there was a bunch of ogres stuff, a bunch of war scroll cards, etc., etc. The Liber Imperium came out for the Horus Heresy. Some Necromunda stuff came out. We got the Goliath vehicle gang cards, and we got like those Prometheum tanks. So I don't have to 3D print a Prometheum tank for my Necromunda.
Okay, so you
truck.
don't need it. You don't need to give me anything then.
Yeah, I got distracted and forgot to do that, which is okay because now there's an official model, so I'll just buy that.
Very good.
And then before that, we had the actual Leagues of Votan release with their codex and their dice and their data cards and the combat
I
thing.
like their
and
dice.
they're pretty cool dice.
I
I
like
like
their
them.
dice. Oh,
I'm not
you-
paying $53 for some dice though.
Yeah.
Clearly, I do.
I have, but yeah, not for those ones, but other factions. Yeah.
They're cool. I mean, as far as like the big dice that they make, where they make 16 mils now, these
Yeah.
are better than some of the other ones they've done. I like them more than a lot of the other new dice. So they released the Grimnir, the Einir Champion, the
Nobody talks
Halfguard.
about Votan anymore. They've been nerfed. Nobody cares. They get them second hand now.
Yeah, so
Come on.
they released the books, they released the points update, they released the second point update, they released the tiers for the people who bought everything and were selling it all on eBay.
Every
Yeah,
codex comes with a box of Kleenex. Yep.
it's so funny to
Oh,
see
man.
all them going up on Facebook sales.
That's funny.
I
But they also leaked, well, not leaked, promoted the Christmas box sets. That's coming.
Yes, they were promoting the Christmas box sets that haven't come out yet. But so there was all the rest of the Votan stuff came out, and the Demos Pattern Predator support tank for Horus Heresy came out in plastic. But yeah, and then there was all the cool new box sets, and some of those, like that Custodes box has got a crazy point total in it.
Insane. 1,500 point army in one box. That's the Custodes. If you want a new box army for New Year and you want to do it quickly, that's insane.
As
but you
said,
just need one spray.
that's what 10 models.
And one tin of gold. Done.
I said, if you want one quickly.
I was looking at the Custodes, and I went,
Yeah,
"Ooh,
me
I
too,
like that
actually.
box set." And I like the Imperial
able
Knights.
to paint an army of that inside the rest of my lifetime.
And I do like the Imperial Knights army.
Oh, see, the Imperial Knights is a nice one to expand the cast, but I want all the bits. But the large knight that comes in at that one, you can't get on its own anymore. So it's different.
Really?
It's the.
Is it
Rex
the old
one.
Canis Rex box?
That's it.
I thought the new box could build that.
No, it doesn't come with the certain gun that that one carries.
You can't buy Preceptor Knights anymore.
Correct.
What?
Well, I've been looking because I needed a despoiler, and to get a despoiler, I need that one, and they're all no. When I say can't buy them, all out of stock.
Oh, okay, they're out of stock.
Yeah, because they're all in the Christmas box set.
Correct. Yeah. Probably. Anyway. I don't want to. I can't buy anymore. But I can. I shouldn't buy anymore. We had English lessons before we started, so we're watching how we. I can't. Yes, you can. You just don't want to. But that Cadian box set, Cadian set, I thought, all right, for $335 Australian, I thought,
something like that.
Because I was concerned, being that guarded cheap points wise, it's going to be really overpriced. But did some quick maths and worked out, holy shit, they've discounted it. So I had to add it up again because GW never discounts. But yeah, you're actually getting those heavy artillery things. No
army sets are always at least a little discounted.
Yeah.
It's the bundle deals that are 100% absolutely never a discount.
Yeah. So I was quite surprised. So if you are after Acadian miniatures, it's a pretty good box. I just want the book, so I can back up all my whinging from the last month. Correct my
apparently, from the sounds of it, the not actually coming out until like next year if you don't get the pre-order box set.
That was the original release date, was meant to be next year. So yeah.
You can borrow my book.
Yeah, but there might be tear stains.
And make sure he puts the gloves on so it doesn't leave fingerprints.
I promise you it's water. Yep.
Yeah. The type of stain depends on how good catechins are in that book.
My English is gooder as the show goes on. Mate, that last episode when I was still very much under the influence of COVID, I don't know what I said. I don't know how.
I would love to have the two of us on there, you with that and me with my hand for the painkillers from that. Man, that would have been spectacular.
So, yeah. The scary part is, my English is betterer now. So,
Bestera. Get it right.
Bestera. All right, let's move on. We go into Hobby Progress. Who we got up first? Hobby Progress is going to Adam.
Please not me. Damn it. So I've been having some trouble just doing some Hobby Progress, but the rain this weekend kind of like made me want to do my Lord Discordant.
Which I've made a very small picture of, so I've just moved it live.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, folks.
So I'm trying to do separate. Usually I glue them all together, then I paint them, and I hate the past Adam because past Adam is a real dick to future Adam.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the Lord Discordant by himself and the Hell Strider separately, and I've gone for the brass colour for the main, where I usually do gold. I'm liking the way he's going. I've done a bit more since that photo. I've done his cloak and everything.
Nice.
But yeah, fingers crossed he's ready for the weekend.
It's a bit of progress. Very good to see. Now, let me take you back to when the Chaos Knight box set came out. How long ago was that?
Ooh, a
Mid
while
this year?
ago.
Well, it was early this year. It wasn't even mid because it came out far earlier than I expected. And it took me a while
That's
to
right.
paint. But guess what? They're done. Oh my god, I finished them. I finished that box set and the Abominant, and I'm so happy with the results. I tried something different. I tried something different across the whole board. I painted assembly, a painter, which I hate doing, but I did that. But you have to with Knights. I used that liquid stuff for transfers. What's that? The softener and the...
Oh,
and the varnish and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used inks for the first time to try and get some rust going through. I can hear myself. Somebody's got their speaker coming out. No? Okay. I decided to make puddles, and I actually cut the bases, used some green stuff and some bottom of the Woolies bags plastic to be that bottom part. Thank you very much, Jolt and Lewis, for saying you don't need plastic card, just use the bottom of the green bags from Woolies. It worked like a dream. So I've raided them all. So my wife was starting to throw all those bags out. I went, no, I need these! So pulling them all out. But yeah, I'm really happy how they've come out. I said tried a lot of different things. Some worked, some didn't, but I'm very happy. And I need more now. Of course, I've started assembling more war dogs and need one more big person as well. But yeah, happy how the water turned out. That was the other thing. I've never used realistic water before, but happy how that's turned out.
Yeah, that water's turned out really good.
There's a lot of YouTubing to work out some stuff.
And for those playing along at home, the box set came out in May.
There you go.
And still more progress than the most of us.
And mine is still in the pile of shame.
Yeah, my Chaos Knights army set is also still in the pile.
Well, I'm ahead of you. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. But I'm very happy, and I'll be having a run with them this week. And we'll stream the game, so take note when that will happen. I'll be up against Adam, so that's cool. All right, who's up next after that?
Hammerhead Gunship.
Radio Mike.
All right. So yeah, these intercessors with assault bolt rifles are pretty much the only thing I finished, and I've started working on my aggressor squad. That's kind of all I've done. Oh yeah, I guess I did build a big bunch of stuff. I built the Victoria Miniatures Kickstarter Ratlings, which are really cool little models. And I also built a bunch of Votan stuff last month that I haven't actually put any paint on yet.
Awesome. Sorry, I just noticed we're all skew whiff on screen. I was going, what's happening there? So live editing.
Possibly related to the other live editing, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. What have I got next? I think I've got Mark.
Which one?
Well, not the other one, because I know he doesn't have anything.
My hobby progress is really quick.
Yes, he missed it.
All right. So you've got my super secret project. So I was talking with the guys before, and I wanted to see if you could legitimately do a 3D printed force. And by legitimate, I mean purchased STL files, print them from a source that is constantly reviewed by G-Dub's IP people and actually passing their yes you can do it test. So I thought, well, if I'm going to do something controversial, let's have a look at some Votan forces. And what I've been playing around with is trying to find proxies for all of them. So you'll see the ones on the bikes, which are the Hernkin Pioneers.
Proxy?
They've come up really, really well. A couple of guys have commented. The detail is absolutely beautiful. And I will be chucking those up on our socials, on mine and the main ones as well. But I want people to actually have a look at the detail that you can get off these models before I ruin them with my shit painting style. So just really have a look at them. So the ones that I've done are the Pioneers, the Bikers, the Hearthkin Warriors, which is just your stock standard troops. There's 2 of those, one with a sword, which is the troopy leader, another guy with a gun. I've got the heavies, which is the Iron Here Hearthguards, and they really come up quite well with the shoulder pads you'll see on them. Again, the detail that's come out with them, so close and so really visible and easy to see. But the ones that make me laugh the most are the Brock Here Thunderkin. So whoever did it obviously was massively inspired by Aliens 2 and the forklift loader that Ripley is melting around with the Queen towards the end of the movie. It's just
Spoiler.
really good.
Oh.
I've seen it.
I'll tell you now, Ripley survives Alien. First one.
Oh, spoiler.
But yeah, it's just really wanting to see what you could do with a proxy force and just see the quality to come out of it. As you can see, just based, nothing spectacular, but I'll come up with something soon for a colour scheme and hopefully see some good progress on them.
Yeah, the detail of those look pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, it's just amazing how well it comes out.
In a solid colour resin. The ones that come out with the see-through stuff, I'm going, oh my god, I can't tell if it's good or bad.
Yeah, and that's what I had to take the risk in because I used the see-through resin to print them. The reason for that was but when I print them is so that way I don't have to hollow and hole them out and try and get a light in there to dry them properly. With the see-through resin, it does all the job in one hit, so it's just makes life a bucket load easier.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. Like the shoulder pads I got for my Terminators are the see-through resin.
Yeah.
You have to paint it. They look great. It's just when I see a photo of it going, I can't tell if it's a good detail because I'm
you need to put paint on it to kind of figure out how it looks.
Yeah. That's fine. That's just because I've got old eyes, clearly.
Yeah. So just keep an eye at them, and I'll hopefully get some details on them soon.
Cool. It's awesome. All right, so we're going to move into battle reports, which have all had a big game. Yeah.
No. Well, we did have a big game, but Bulldust isn't here.
Yeah, so there has been a game. There was a game by Bulldust and Chris. So there's some footage going on there. So the Custodians versus the Eldari. It seems to be a familiar theme for them to play a bit. And Anthony's having trouble beating these Eldari until now. He got a win over him, so it's very exciting for him. I believe the parade is next week. Yeah, he's pretty happy. But then he had another game against the Eldari. And the photos will look pretty similar because, again, it was Custodians versus Eldari. And the Custodians didn't do so well this time. So it's 1-1 between Custodians and Eldari. But it did change the ladder quite significantly because it has shoved Anthony up to first place with a nice 4-point lead, with Adam in second and myself in third.
Yeah, it had to happen. My boasting of I'm first. Yeah.
And look, we've only got half this month and next month to go, so it's
two more games.
Very tight. Minimum 2 games, yeah. So it's very tight to see who'll take that out. Will I take it out again for the 100th time in a row? Probably not.
He's not feeling a bit up himself there, is he, folks?
I could grab the trophies, but I don't have that many hands.
Yeah, it's just been one of those months. Like I had at least 2 different games I was supposed to organise this month, and between me having a bunch of stuff on, so I couldn't do it on certain days. My opponent had stuff on the other days where I couldn't do it, and then my other opponent for the other game had to go in for surgery.
Person.
You can get one of those tables that goes across the bed. Just have a small skirmish.
It's just been one of those days.
Yeah. Yes.
Could have done by Zoom.
Tabletop simulator.
Exactly right. That's it. No. But it is exciting to see how it goes. It has been a really tight top of the battle for most of the year, so it's quite exciting. And Michael is in trouble of maybe losing the spoon.
Oh no. Well, I didn't get the spoon last year either.
Oh, that's right. We were going to call it the Radio Mic spoon, but yeah. That's cruel. We should go to an ad so we can talk about real stuff. Great idea. Segway.
We are Rollers, and we have the games for you. Be it board games, card games, dice games, or party games. You name it, and we have it. Find us online at rollersboardgames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at rollersboardgames.
From acoustic to distortion, Storyboard Concept is music that's honest, relaxing, and full ball rockin' music. Follow Colin at storyboardconcept.bandcamp.com. And we're back. Hope you had your 30 seconds run to the bathroom, get a drink, pat a dog. What have you got up to in 30 seconds? And that's all I want to know about your personal life. It's good.
I thought the joke before the episode was not to go to the toilet quickly, but to slow down and take your time.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it.
He's been caught out.
I
in his
will
own
edit
document.
heavily this episode. Yes!
He's seen through the charade.
We have exposed the hypocrisy inherent to the system.
We don't talk about
Yeah,
explosion.
he'll
we'll talk
edit
about
it out.
dance
It'll be
again.
fine.
It's fine. So let's get to the topic of the month, which is you're all individuals.
I'm not.
Oh, I'm not.
It's terrible, absolutely terrible. So this came about. The title came about. Holy script! We practiced before going live, folks. That's the worst part.
No, we
So
didn't.
much drugs. So much drugs.
When I say practice, we said it once. That's practice for us.
And we may have practiced it, but that's why we practice.
So there's been a rumor that 10th edition has been hinted that it's coming with the Ark of Omens. Everyone's talking about 10th edition's coming. We're still in 9th edition. We all have our own feelings about 9th edition. Some positive,
Yeah.
some negative. But we're going to have a look at... when we say we're all individuals, but we're not really, is because I've noticed a lot of traits that are unique to certain older books are no longer unique. Everyone seems to have it. And then other things that might be seen as broken in 9th edition. We wouldn't say that, would we?
Yes. Yes, it's broken.
It's very broken.
Yeah, I mean they just keep doing that shit. Like, you know, when they brought out Armour of Contempt, they're like, yeah, Marines have Armour of Contempt. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
And then
They're
it
like,
seemed
oh.
like every subsequent army needed to have it too.
Yeah.
At which point you're
God.
like, well, why bother having AP?
Yeah, we decided the guard Russes need it. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, the entire Votan army has it. Really?
So every Imperial Guard vehicle has it, not just Leman Russ.
Yes. Yeah, at first they said Russes were getting it, and then it was all of the tanks.
Yeah.
And then the entire Votan army got it as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what the fuck even is this rule now, guys?
I'm waiting for Gantz to get it now. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, that's
And
why
then,
we now
yeah.
got AP4 weapons.
Chaos Space Marines have got it. You know, and you sit
Yeah,
back going,
yeah.
Unless
Well,
you've
and
got a shield.
also, but also, if you look at the Votan, they decided that too many things had things that ignored AP because there is like no AP0 guns in the Votan book.
Yeah.
Everything has at least one AP.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this lends credence to my theory that 930 is broken because no units follow the rules.
Yeah, and I mean it's not
Have
even.
Okay.
a gigantic
that is-
spiel of custom rules
Yeah.
that break
That-
the core rules of the game.
Is a great point, because if you go to the core rules, which is what, 4 pages of rules to actually play the game.
No, it's like 16.
No, you're wrong. Trust me.
In ninth, the core rules are like 16 pages.
My
Leave with
pages
me.
are bigger.
Keep talking. Keep talking. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, my pages are an A3.
He's old man
And
guy.
they're laminated and double-sided.
So I can see it.
72
But
font.
that was the big selling point. If you remember, they were going to make it less complicated. Here are the core rules. This will get you playing. Go
Both wrong.
nuts.
26.
Sorry?
26. You're both wrong.
Core rules.
Core rules.
Oh my God.
Pages 2 to 23 are rules. 24, 25, 26 missions.
Yeah, my point is it's not 4 anymore. It's
It's
a
not
lot.
full.
That's Age of Sigmar, pretty much.
And that's without bringing the core rules,
Yeah.
you know, the core rule stuff
Basic
back,
rules.
like
Maybe I
keep
used
strike,
my words wrong.
etc.
Basic rules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages.
So all of yous were wrong.
Well, I said
I'm
about
going from the one from the WK website.
regardless of the number.
Fuck the Warriors is what I'm
I-
going to say.
I think the fact that the size of the rules has slowly increased during this edition
Yeah.
is what we're talking
But
about.
that was the point. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
point. That was their big selling point of night. Less complication to the game. Get in, get out, have fun. Then the first codex dropped.
Yeah, like I think that
Go the
ninth,
Necrons.
ninth itself isn't busted. Like the core ninth rules are pretty good. They've just layered fucked up codex on fucked up codex.
I'll give you
and-
that, Mike. Yeah.
And then you've got the mission packs that had rules for various factions in them, and then
Yeah.
there's that it has just
So-
band-aid over the top of band-aid, basically.
We have had a rant about some things in this. So I don't want to go too back to where we were on that episode. Words are fun. Stay in school. I sort of wanted to pick out key parts. Like I brought up that Death Guard's key faction was they're resilient. They got a bit higher toughness. They can take damage. So there's a -1 damage if you hit us. And then you have a look at the Venerable Dreadnoughts. Okay, 1 unit, -1 damage. Yeah, okay, fine. And then you'll have a look at this. Okay, so there's 4 data sheets that have that rules now. Okay. Let's have a look at Votan. Oh, hang on. Majority of them have that rule. So
But not only that, they all have the same rule, but it's all called different
oh,
things.
well, yeah, there's that. I won't go into
scattered
that.
across all the different stuff.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
my point was Death Guard's uniqueness, what makes them Death Guard, is no longer unique because there's an army like Votan. We're going to pick on Votan, I feel. It's really bad, but yeah.
Controversial. Yeah.
Like we said
Yeah,
when they came out, they just gave them all the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like creating your own superhero that has all the other superheroes' powers.
Yep. Yeah, so that was my point. They lost their uniqueness there. There's other instances like look, I'm focusing on my armies that I play, of course, because there's ones I play. Salamanders with Armour of Contempt, they lost their uniqueness. Thanks. So they gave them you can't reroll wounds against them. Great.
That sucks.
And then they started giving that to every man and his dog.
Correct. So
it's-
Salamanders are no longer a unique faction because everyone has that rule in shape or form. That's my point with that. We're all individuals. No, we're not. Because yeah.
Everyone's got an aspect of everyone else in some way to even it up, equalize it, and it's just fucked up the balance for everything else by saying, as you said, Votan, it's like, you've got that cool, you've got that cool, you've got that cool. Yeah, let's put it on this one because everyone wanted to see them come back in. It's like they were trying to apply the rule of cool on the most popular thing, and they didn't realize how much they were going to fuck it up. And that's what they've slowly been doing. It's why it's actually driven me away from 40k and into AOS.
No, we are picking on Votan, and it's because it's the latest book. It's not because they've ruined it
Yeah, I
all
mean-
for us.
No.
Look, I've bought like a huge pile of Votan stuff, and I'm not selling it because like I bought it knowing what it was. But yeah, they are the one to get picked on because they are the one that is, avatistic of this fucking problem.
Yeah, they are a prime example of it. They really are the prime example of, I've got aspects of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just gave them like they were like, oh, what's a defensive rule? Which ones do we have? Give them all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one, because if nobody else wants to volunteer one, is that everyone has an armor safe, right? Even the t-shirt wearing Imperial Guard have an armor safe. All right, it's not great. It's wearing a singlet, we all know. But one of the benefits of trying to save a character or save something was giving them that invulnerable save, right? They get a Rosarius or a Halo or something, they get an invulnerable save. Great. The only way some of the demons before the old book was the invulnerable save.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we have so many weapons out there that ignore invulnerable saves.
And that was because, well, we had armor saves that were really, 2+ armor saves. So then they went high AP for that, and to nullify that armor, and then it swung back the other way, invulnerable save to ignore the AP, and then now you've got ones that ignore the invulnerable because the invulnerables were getting down to like 2 or 3+ invuln, and
well, it was absolutely.
You just have this arms race along where the guns get better, the armor gets better, the guns get better, the armor gets better, and then there's 17 rules stacked, ignoring the core rules of the game. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
And then you're getting these ones who are, sitting back at the distance and, to negate the ability to be smashed up up close and early. Next, these ones have got ever-increasing range abilities, so they can get over the stuff where it's negating the ability to hide at the back.
So, something I never understood, like, they did a comparison of the new tank, the new Rogan Dawn. Is that what it's called? What's it
The
called?
Rogel Dawn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rogel
Dawn
Dawn.
versus Lyra. And so, well, this gun's got a bigger range. I said, but 72 is now 90 inches. Tell me a game I need a 90-inch range. I don't get that.
But the other problem with
90-inch
and I've seen this pointed out.
sight range.
But the other problem with the Rogel Dawn is it's got 50,000 guns on it.
Yeah,
It's like something out of the Orc Codex.
We could do a whole thing on the Codex leaked stuff for the Guard, but maybe we'll wait for the book because I will not stop.
That tank, it's just got a comparable amount to the repulsors.
Yeah,
really.
Correct.
Yeah, the new repulsors are real. Oh my god!
Although most
terrible.
importantly, that tank can be built with only 2 guns.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
it's designed.
But you're never going to do that.
I've done it with Lehman Russes.
I'm going to
I've
bring
built
us
one
back. We were
with
talking
gun.
about invulnerable save. We've gone off a bit topic with that one. Right?
No.
But
With
with
the
the
invulnerable save, it was so bad that it was across the board on how many guns would become an invulnerable save. Chaos Demons had to reinvent invulnerable saves.
yes, they're no longer invulnerable saves; they're demon saves now.
They're
Yeah.
a different type of save.
Yeah.
Yes, and you
It's not
can't take it
invulnerable, it's
away.
just demonic.
Yeah, but they go, you can't take that away, but it's got no invulnerable. I'm not invulnerable anymore.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can't take my
demonic.
save. Until the new RFQ comes out. Oh man.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
because the next gun will be an anti-demon save
No,
gun, and then they'll have to come up with some other new bullshit.
What's going to
save.
happen is the Grey Knight Codex is going to come out. It's like, hi motherfuckers, click, click, ignore demonic save.
But I've got an invulnerable save. Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, and as I said, and this is why I'm of the opinion the 9th is broken, is that you have this ever escalating war of rules that break the core rules. You know what I mean? Like that, it feels like they need to squash all that shit and like make it fit within the actual rules, so that you don't need 10 pages of special abilities for like one unit.
it is frustrating to look at what felt like it was the core design philosophy of getting rid of core rules
Yeah.
in 8th. Was we want to get rid of core rules and the list of common rules, and we want your data card to have your unit's rules on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was
Love it.
like the design philosophy. And now there are so many dumb fucking rules that none of the bloody data cards explain what the unit does. You know, like the Votan, it's like, oh yeah, they've got this armor, refer to the book. Oh, they've got this thing, refer to the book. Like, they don't actually have their rules on their cards anymore, because they have too many bloody special rules.
Well, then
Yeah.
it's been.
It's a bunch of keywords. You go to the codex, and you find the core rules. And as I said, I mean, Deep Strike is a perfect example of this. Everybody's got teleportarium deployment, or it's a spore deployment thing, or it's this or that. But the blurb underneath that name is the same
Same
on
mechanic.
every
Yeah.
single one, and you're just like, well, why don't we have the core rules?
We just call it Deep Strike anyway. We're a
Yeah,
simple lot.
well, that's because we're old and we remember the core rules not sucking
It
as much as
still
this
takes
new
me a
thing.
long moment to stop playing 4th edition. I go, oh, yeah, that's 4th ed. Can't do that.
Yeah, bring back vortex grenades.
Oh my god, yeah. I had no
Equal
issues with
movement template.
if you had a unique unit in an army that might have remove invulnerable save. One weapon in the whole army. Okay. Avoid
And
that
it'd
one.
cost you 1,000 points or
Yeah.
something.
I thought, but now you got two. Oh, it's just too many. Just too many. Gets rid of the
Yeah.
uniqueness of the armies. Yeah, the demons were just absolutely stomped on until the new codex. Now with the
Yeah.
demonic save, we're okay. We love it. What else? What else you got? I've got more, but it's not about me.
Well-
but it is.
Well, there was this tank that it was this fairly
Oh, the
unique.
rocket.
The Marine tab called the Repulsor had a giant pile of guns, and now they've started releasing new tanks that also have giant piles of guns.
So
See, it was relevant, Greg.
no, but I wanted to get back to the topic we're on without diverting so early.
No,
All right,
but
let's go back to
within
the
that,
Royal Dawn.
every army has a heavy with all tanks, all weapons, or something like that. So you can't just see. I think I said, you once picked an army because it looked cool and it looked fun to play
Yep.
because it had this key thing. Well, why? Everything's got the same now. So you just play it because you want to, or what? You just couldn't say, haha, I've got this because of this. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, in a lot of cases, your army choice is a style choice more than a actual play style choice.
I'm still
I
going
mean,
to play my...
Yeah, especially if you're
There's still
choosing,
a bit of there's differentiation there, but it's definitely lessened when every army has -1 AP or other random
Exploding
abilities
sixes.
that
That's the other
they
one.
all have.
Exploding Sixes is another one that seems to be very fluent in the more recent books.
Yeah, I mean, which they've reined in a touch. I can't believe that they released it in
the
that
Votan
state.
one.
Like
That is
the
hilarious.
Votan exploding sixes counters sixes. Oh, P.S. They also have a bunch of rules for counting as sixes.
Yeah,
Like what? Why would you do that?
it's called
Why?
the double dip rule. It's awesome. Yeah.
I'm still going to play my orcs when I play my orcs again like an idiot. So, yeah.
And I'm still going to play these Votan when I get them finished up on my little project because I like the look of them. They look funky. I know nothing about Space Dwarves. I haven't even read the Codex yet, but I
I
like
can't
the look.
wait till we stream that game so I can just rage at the front of the camera. It'd be great.
See, what I'm going to do with Votan is I'm going to wait until they're at peak nerf and then buy them.
Well,
Because that's what I do. I did it with Nids. I mean,
I was just like, I've been waiting for squats to come back since
Oh my
second
God.
edition.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm fucking buying them because I've wanted this army for 20 years.
Yeah.
oh yeah, but they won't be back in stock until
20
Yeah.
peak nerf.
Yeah. No, Exploding Sixes. I forgot about that one, though. That's everywhere now. That was great with the Orcs, with the Goths, the Exploding Fives. It made them, it was a characteristic of them. They are nuts when they're punching you in the face. Of course it's going to hurt you more when they get really rolled up. Makes sense. Thematic.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Not just Exploding Six because I can, which is what I feel a lot of the new rules are like. I said, what can we do with
that's-
that? Oh, it's pretty boring. We've got a bit of space to fill up on their data sheet.
Just Control C and Control V. That's all right. No one will know.
Maybe change the picture.
Yeah, I can understand the fact that it's hard to come up with
Oh,
unique
absolutely.
rules and ideas for every single army,
Absolutely.
but it gets really annoying when you can see the strata in the codex releases. They will just there's like a vibe across like several codexes where they will all have very similar things. And then they'll come up with a new thing, and they'll all have very similar things.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like the rule becomes like fashionable. You know what I mean? And then suddenly everybody's got to have it.
Yeah, there was there was a discussion that they suspect part of the problem with the Votan was they were playtesting them against other top tier armies,
Yeah.
not against everything. So they made them they gave them similar shit to compete with those top tier armies they were playing against.
Yeah,
Not
well,
against-
I heard they only went against the
New
newest
codexes.
codex.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yeah, the newest codex is almost always the top tier armies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost always.
Orcs won one recently. That was a big
Yeah.
surprise. That was awesome.
Good on them.
Yeah.
There
it was
are
great.
exceptions. We're talking about trends.
Yeah. No. I just was excited that they got a win. It's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
is great. Love it when orcs win.
I hate orcs, man. Fucking shit me.
Oh, I
Now,
love
tell-
this.
People,
They're not
people
insane.
talk like the
guys.
friggin' 7 and 11-year-olds that I teach, and I don't want to deal with that outside of work. Fuck it. Talk like a normal human. Or just gonna go fight your fucking dickheads. Sorry, sideways.
In their defense, they're not normal humans.
Yeah.
They're
It's your job to teach
Sorry.
them to be normal humans, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, hey.
You've seen the kids I go with. Yeah. Sorry, Zach. I know they're your force, but fuck them, I hate orcs.
Yeah, well, hating orcs is very, very, very squat. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
thematically appropriate.
And yeah. Well, why isn't that in there? Why is there no animosity rules? You know, there used
I
to
thought
be.
they did.
Yeah, that used to be in there,
They
wasn't it?
They don't need them. The new
No,
squats.
I know they
Just
don't
like
need them, but
everybody.
I know some of the stuff like
I thought they got bonuses for fighting orcs or something.
I don't think they do. I think they have stratagems that relate to it, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, so
There's
that's the other
been-
part. Is instead of being a trait across that they hate, say it's a Grey Knight, we hate demons, it becomes a stratagem that you have to spend points of to get the bonus for, instead of just going, you're a demon, I want your face. Yeah.
Which, to be fair to Games Workshop, is a balancing mechanic. Because previously, demons, I guess who am I playing randomly? Tick, 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 tick. Oh, Grey Knights, guess I lose.
Yeah, fair point.
So they're trying to prevent that, where some armies just beat other armies because they have that animosity,
They don't like them.
animosity to them.
Yeah.
Which it was cool, it was
Remember,
thematic,
kids,
but I
stay in
can
school. Yeah.
I can see why they're trying to phase it out. They're trying to make the game more competitive, but they're
The thing
taking
is
away
that-
that
Yeah.
distinct flavor.
And
The
that's
thing
the
is
bit,
that they can have that flavor, I think, without having like some over the top rule. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like these bonuses, there has to be a middle ground between the bonus not existing and instant win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. There has to be a middle ground there.
yeah,
But what's
like,
that going to be?
you know,
What would that look like?
Honestly,
a veteran unit will have that trait instead of the whole unit. That works.
well, what I was about to suggest was one of the older ones that you used to get when you hated someone was you got to re-roll your leadership tests. So
Correct.
maybe
Yeah.
if you're fighting someone you hate, you just don't fail your morale checks as often.
Yeah.
It's a really minor rule, and it's probably not going to come up much, but it's something.
Morale has a big play in the game, though. Actually, it can be quite devastating when you fail it.
Even if it's
I don't know.
just
I
an
thought
extra
Dark
attack.
Angels were immune to it.
Even if it's
Bring
just
back
an extra
7th and
attack or a
templates.
point of leadership or, is something like that. It doesn't have to be this, oh my god, Grey Knights versus Demons, insta-gib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joker says bring back 7th and templates. I agree with the templates.
Yes, 100%.
7th went
Templates
nuts
should come
towards
back.
the end with all those different detachments. Just became stupidly crazy.
I
Oh,
did,
yeah.
did
But I agree
benefit
with
from
that.
some of them, though.
Dead again. Eldari can get stratagem bonus against Lineage, but it's hardly worth the CP. Yep, and now you can do that with Imperial Guard. You can do that against demons. So Cadia. If you're Cadians, you can get a bonus as a stratagem against demons. Or against Chaos, I should say. Because
And see, the thing
They're
is that if
homebreakers.
you're going to go with a minor bonus, then it should just be a faction rule and not a stratagem. They
Oh.
should just get it,
But then you got the incident of Grey Knights versus demons. So Grey Knights will more often come out on top. If you're going to do it a
Yeah.
stratagem, as Dead Again's put there, the CP cost of those stratagems to get a one phase bonus, it's quite high. And the uniqueness of when you'll actually use that. Oh wow, I'm actually fighting Slaanesh. I know I can do something about this. Ah! Yeah. So that flavour, yeah, I'd like to see that. But as you said, the competitive part, it becomes.
Yeah.
We don't play competitive. We play social.
But I
I
definitely think
understand.
they need to be less bull in a china shop with the changes to various factions. Because, as I said, a lot of the power creep. I mean, there's always going to be a bit of power creep, but I feel like these codexes come out and they're like 10 steps too far of where they should be. You know, if you need to hit it with a 10-ton Nerf hammer within 30 days of a release of a codex, you haven't tested it properly.
Yeah.
3 days, 10 days, wasn't it?
That
It
was
wasn't
a
even out.
weekend.
It wasn't out yet when they nerfed it.
Yeah,
It was.
on average, it's like 30 days for a codex to get a nerf.
Yeah. Or get their FAQ, you mean?
Well, potato.
Someone else in development really likes his forces and managed to get their opinions through before anyone else could edit them. Yeah.
I do like the idea, and don't get me wrong, I don't like it, but I see the benefit of having the non-so-individual. You know, so if you're a competitive player, you already know what the person's going to be doing, or you already know what the rules are. But if you're not a competitive player, instead of reciting, "Oh, I've got this, what does that do? Oh, that's Armour of Contempt. Okay, I know what that is." Instead of when you're playing competitive, you know what they're going to play because you've already got it.
Well, which is why we complained about them swapping to bespoke rules as a design theory in the first place.
Correct.
Yeah.
But they rebuilt the system around the concept, and they've basically thrown it away.
Yeah, but I like it. I
And-
like being an individual, but I also like, if I was playing competitive, I would like
A
not being
standardized
individual.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
and
it's
this is the thing with
double-edged
ninth,
sword.
though. It seems like they came into ninth and then sort of a third of the way through just decided, no, we don't want to do this direction anymore. Because, I mean, you had the codexes where you had like a core codex and then the different faction books. And then they suddenly went, oh, no, we're not going to do that. Then they were doing the mission books with faction rules in them, and then everyone hated on that, and now they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, but that's,
Yeah.
So that's a
And as I
positive.
said, so ninth has kind of been a bit uncertain because they sort of seem to try something, and then that doesn't work, and then they go somewhere else, and then that doesn't work, and then they go somewhere else, and then by the time you get to the end of the edition, you're just like, this is just a fustercluck.
Hodgepodge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Massive
was about
hodgepodge
to
of
say,
everything.
it's got a real piss or get off the pot kind of vibe. Like, they clearly want to go back to a common set of rules, but they don't want to say that's what they're doing. Like, that's the vibe I get, that they are shifting back towards that, but they don't want to.
It feels like 10th will possibly be hey, we standardized the rule set.
Well,
Hey, motherfuckers, we've got this new cool idea called common rules.
well,
I'm
you can understand as a commercial aspect that they've got shares, have to answer and stuff. So if they put special rules in a separate book and you play that army, you're going to buy that separate book. Theoretically,
I'm waiting
So
for
there
a
are
seventh
there's a marketing
book
reason
to
they would
be
do that. So
crossed out in crayon with 10th written on it, and then like 4 pages ripped out of the back for the templates to go away.
Now then, you go back to second edition. You have your separate book of bloody. This is the book with all the rules for the guns. This is the book with the rules for the game.
Oh my god!
You know?
God,
I remember getting
never saw
data
that.
cards out of White Dwarf.
Yeah.
The third and fourth.
Oh, yeah, I don't miss
and
that.
the cardboard Orc Dreadnought.
I think I've still got some of those War Gear cards lying around somewhere for.
I still have all of
So-
that stuff.
Another one that gets me rolled up is the weapon strengths.
Yeah.
We got toughness 3, 4, 5. Vehicles are 8. Well, let's bring out a gun that's now strength 14 to 16 and does 4 million damage.
Well, I mean, that was kind of the point of untethering the stats from base 10 back at the start of 8th, was so you could have, weapon strengths higher than 10.
Yeah.
The bit about that pisses me off is where they've done shit like the Votan, where they've gone, hey, you know what's funny? We've got these guns, and we're just gonna like add a strength to them,
Yeah.
or like the new heavy las cannon. It's
Oh.
a las cannon with +1 strength. You know.
Yeah, so Tau's a shooting army, so they needed to be a bit more competitive, and that was where we really started seeing those strength 14 rail guns of doom. Even had the fire
I
warriors
don't
running
have a
around
problem with that. I don't have a problem with a high strength gun. What irritates me is that there's so many AP4 guns in the game now.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to shoot this thing at you 2+ to wound, no problem. But then you don't get an armor save.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was what the invulnerable saves were for,
Yeah.
and now they've given a bunch of those guns ignores
So the
invulnerable
Tau
saves.
railgun ignores invulnerable, doesn't it?
It's the
Yeah,
heaviest, the hammerhead gun
I'm pretty
shit.
sure it does.
Ignores invulnerable, strength 14, 2d6 plus 400, is it? Something like that?
The-
2d6 plus 3 or 4, but it's only a heavy one.
Yeah.
So
Now
you get
to-
one shot.
Now,
Yeah,
one of the things I like about these new ones, to not turn this into a total hate parade, is
Right.
that I like that they've taken the variability, toned the variability back a bit, because it really sucked hitting something with a las cannon and doing
Rolling
one
one.
wound, because
Yeah.
you're just useless at rolling a d6.
Yeah.
Like having that like 3 wounds plus d3 just
No, I agree on
really
that one. I
makes
don't
it
mind that.
not feel like you're shooting a bolt gun at something.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
Yeah.
that one weapon can destroy a vehicle in one shot. And as a knight player, if you were a knight player, I won't say I am yet because I've really not. Yeah, it's 2 shots from one of those guns can kill one knight completely. Well, that could be 20% of your army in 2 shots.
The what is it? The Hecaton land fortress
Yeah.
with, if it's got the heavy magna rail up on top, that thing can wipe out a whole squad, because if it rolls a 6 to wound, then its mortal wounds allocate out.
Well,
They
its
don't-
regular wounds allocate out. Because it was like, if you kill something or whatever, the excess wounds roll over like a
I'm
mortal
pretty sure
wound
you-
would.
From memory, I'm pretty sure you have to roll 6 to wound to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you do. But still, the fact
that-
that you can do it.
Yeah,
and-
that's
and
what I'm
let's
saying,
face
though.
it,
You can do it. If it shoots like a fucking 10-man squad, it can go blat. I rolled a 6 to wound. That's 12 guys die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
No one gun should be
As
able
we
to do
know
that.
from orc shooting, that a 6+ to hit happens 50% of the time.
50% of the time, works all the time.
Yeah.
It just kind of bugs me, because it crosses that line where, it's a
Bulldog.
massive anti-tank gun, but if you roll a 6 to wound, it's also anti-infantry and can wipe out whole squads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same gun.
Yeah, as I said,
Yeah.
I don't think one gun should be able to kill an entire unit or vehicle in one shot. It just no.
It's funny to watch, but it's not fair.
Oh, I was going to say, it might be fun for you. You've just taken out a whole unit, but that person on the other tail, especially if they are a custodians, which they have 5 units, and you've just killed one guy and went, "Wow, should be a quick game."
Well, yeah, that was what we were supposed to be getting rid of when they got rid of vehicle damage tables,
Yeah.
and we got back to it.
Yeah, even that's a mixture, isn't it? Because a lot of the new Death Guard demon engines don't have those tables anymore. They just
No, I mean-
wound. I'm going to screw you over.
No, I mean the old vehicle damage table,
Oh, right.
roll a die, add 2 for a melter gun, and if you get a 6, they blow up.
Ah,
They didn't have hull points back in the day.
Good point. Yeah, I like exploding vehicles. That should be easier.
I agree. Explosions should happen more often.
Yeah,
Should be a 0 CP.
0 CP. Yeah.
I mean,
automatic explosion.
let's not get too carried away here. I wouldn't make it a 3+ to explode, but a 5+.
No,
There are
I go
some,
with 2+.
like there's a lot of Death Guard ones that are 4+. So yeah,
I like seeing vehicles explode. Then you get a chain reaction of
the
explosions.
chain reaction is the best part.
It-
Absolutely,
It's magical. It's just
and
the
both
best
parties
highlight
are
of the day.
excited. Yeah, You're
I
both
know,
Come on,
it's great."
explode!
I was so bummed out when my exploding Redemptor didn't quite cause a chain reaction with your exploding Redemptor.
Yeah. Oh yes, that's right. Yes, But then, we had the other one where Abaddon has come in and just slaughtered my Redemptor, and I exploded and killed Abaddon.
I know, it was good.
So this is what we love. That uniqueness to the game where it can be that chaos, no pun intended, events happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have a little bit of that variability there. So, yeah.
But I can see why Games Workshop are trying to walk the tightrope between keeping that variability and wanting to make the game fair. It's a rough balance sometimes.
When they brought out
In their
that chart to
defense.
say this is the win-loss ratios of all armies, and I saw that and I went, there's a 4% difference between the top team and the bottom team. I don't believe you. Yeah, it was very strange to see what their top successful teams, and I'm assuming they got it from grand tournaments.
I think that was from like ITC stuff. There was like, what was it? The bottom ones are like 45, and the top ones are like 55.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It wasn't a huge. It was.
Look,
I was expecting a lower percentage of the ones that are at the bottom, based on the stories I hear and stuff like that. But
the thing is, I mean, short of GW posting guys with clipboards at all the local game shops to catch the casual games, they're only going to get tawny results. Let's be honest. You know, like it's just not practical for them to even have a stab at what, casual dudes like us are doing.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of range feels like it's appropriate. Like, I've been watching a lot of World of Tanks stuff, and I feel like they have a similar kind of attitude to percentages. It's like they consider you, like, if you're bad, if you're like less than 45% kind of win rate, and you're good if you're like above 55% win rate. So, like, it's similar kind of things. And, a 10% discrepancy across a wide range of stuff is very noticeable.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and it's strange. Sorry, this just popped in my head. It's strange that they've kept the what is it called? The Emperor's guns, the auto wounds on 6s for the Imperial Guard. What's it called?
The
auto wound on 6s. I thought, okay,
Hammer of the Emperor.
Hammer of the Emperor. Hammer of the Emperor.
That's being
which
kept.
makes
I expected that to be absolutely removed because that is a pretty powerful.
Is that still there?
It actually makes them better than bolt guns.
Yeah. You know what? If they wanted to remove all the uniqueness and go with other things, they could have made it 6s are exploding 6s. But no, auto wounds on 6s. Oh my god, they kill everything. They're the most powerful unit in the team.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Unless they're Catachan, and then they're shit. Sorry.
They gave them the Votan's shooting rule.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah. I have ranted a bit about my observations also. I apologise.
I mean, it's all but confirmed that we will get a new edition as a result of this, because it's effectively Imperial Agents.
Yeah, so in January is when we have our looking into the warp, where we do our predictions and stuff like that. Arc of Omen is being teased. It looks like it will be the one pushing the storyline forward. I'm still unsure if what was the last one they did?
Psychic Awakening.
Did Psychic Awakening push the story along? I don't feel it did, but I'm not law.
It did push a number of individual stories along. Like, it pushed some kind of racial stories. It didn't really change the overall story, I felt.
Okay. It brought a couple out for the demons. It brought Be'lakor out into the front of the line and stuff like that.
We had hoped that there would be more like to do with the Inari and that, but we kind of didn't get it.
Yeah.
Got some new models of them.
Fabius Bile became a thing, but is he?
He kind of was teased, and then they kind of didn't do anything.
Well, I don't know. He did something, and
he snatched up a custodes. So I was hoping for maybe some chaos custodes or something. But
I thought it was weird that they made so much noise about Fulgrim, and now Angron is the one that's coming out.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that was a bit of a bait and switch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do. If it is what we think, or what been rumoured. There's chaos just pouring out of the eye, and he's going, "G'day," and just going to stuff everyone up. That should be interesting. What happens there? Total side
It'll be fun.
chat, but that was fun. That's January's episode, folks. Looking into the warp, where we do our predictions. Next month, of course, we go into what have you done for me lately, GW, and we look back on the year. And no, we won't rant.
Yeah, we will.
Well,
We
A little bit.
yeah,
Promise that.
yeah,
This is us. Come on.
yeah, this
It's
is
not a
our,
rant.
this is our one time in the month we're allowed to rant. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Without getting in trouble.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So that's always fun. What else, folks? What do we want to do? Anything else you want to raise with I'm an individual? No, you're an individual.
Bring back core rules.
Bring back
Yeah.
Make everyone core.
Make units follow the rules again.
Make rules consistent.
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah,
talking crazy.
I think we would all kind of rather if they went back to the approach of like these are the common rules,
Yeah.
so that they could just say this guy has jink, this guy has ignore pain.
This
you
guy
know,
says,
not-
yeah.
This
Yeah,
guy
and you could
has-
say deep strike, and then you could say a description of how they do it, but the word is deep strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't see why they insist on not doing it. They're so intransigent about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Bulldog
It's
says
like
it's been a good year because he's on top of the ladder.
That's why he's not showing his face. Got it. Bastard.
He won't take any challenges on at the moment because he's on top of the ladder. No. But he's not here to deny. Yeah. Cool.
He's
All right.
retiring at the end.
Well, he has been threatening over the past couple of months. I'm never playing 9 for the rest of the. I'll wait for the 10th.
And yeah, this bit disappointed he didn't make it on tonight because I think he has the same. These silly rules. The uniqueness is gone. Why is that strength 26, D's 400, AP 7, and things like that? The broken side of things. It's just kind of a bit ridiculous. Like we're playing the Demon Knights, but some of the rules in that, I'm going, no. Let me read that again. No. And then I go, cool. So, yeah. 18 games and counting. I'm not sure what that means, but cool. Yes, agree. Good. Thanks, Bulldust.
A cat walking through.
Pussy.
And that's how Adam brings his uniqueness to this podcast.
Absolutely.
Our podcast brings all the cats to the yard.
Well, she was sitting down there for a good 2 minutes waiting and looking, going, can I jump up there, Dad?
Go to an ad break, quick. Yeah. All right, so we'll start wrapping it up. What do we need to talk about? We need to talk about our social media side of things. Radio Mike's always across our YouTube.
Yes, well, our YouTube is RLG Real Loud Gamers.
Yes. And Mark, not safe for work, Mark is all across our Instagram.
That'd be RLG 40k.
And of course, we've got safe for work. He lives on Elon Musk's Twitter.
I no. No idea.
Based on what I've seen of what Twitter is currently doing, I suspect our Twitter handle is probably Elon Musk.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Australian Warhammer 40k.
Yeah, it is Elon Musk brackets parody account brackets yeah for real.
Underscore
Warhammer Australia.
ban me.
Good. Good. I don't know what else we got. I'm dying.
We've got to have
talking
multiple
amongst
face tubes. We've got our face tube at RLG 40k. We've got RLG Real Loud Gamers for the two sides of us and our idiocy, so don't forget that. Greg,
Who's
I'm
in
assuming you'd like to... All of us.
Oh.
People who listen to us.
Yeah.
How else can we be 8?
8. Yes, there was, as
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier on, last week, a ranking of 40k podcasts came out. No, we do not know how they measure it. We don't care because we came in at 8th. So thank
not
you
number
very much,
one.
listeners.
And no, there wasn't 8.
There was 9.
Yeah.
As
We'll still
long as
take
we're
it.
Tasmania.
number 2, it's fine.
Yeah. So,
We came 8th. Odd that there were 7, but
but we do want to say a big thank you to the listeners out there who do listen to us on a regular basis. 57 episodes we've been going for, which is pretty impressive.
You lot.
Get a what?
Tell them to get a real hobby. Find a better podcast.
You poor people.
Harsh.
You poor people.
Sad, sad
Ah,
individuals.
Glad you stick with us.
If you do
we
want to
don't know
support the podcast and what we do, you can subscribe, of course, to the Red Belly's Twitch channel. Oh, that's me. Hey, I don't mind that at all. Yeah, we do have some merchandise out there. I'm wearing the latest Bazza Space Marine t-shirt. He's so cool. And there is a Salamander one coming. So, anyway, or you could just donate to this. We always appreciate it. Don't we, Adam?
Absolutely.
See? He wouldn't lie.
See, it makes my beard go grey.
Yeah, the next donation
really
goes
bad.
towards him getting a haircut. So yeah, if you do want to follow me, I do Instagram, Red Belly Black, Twitch. I just said. What else do I do?
Twitter as well, you numbnut.
Twitter. I don't know what that one is.
Red Belly RLG.
Thank you.
Elon Musk
Yeah,
underscore. Don't ban me.
yeah, I'll get an email. I'll be fired from Twitter. Great.
We have to work in the office.
Yeah, you have to walk in. And no free lunches anymore.
Fine. See, we need your donations. I need to buy my lunch. Adam, you've got an Instagram.
I'm very quiet at the moment, but I'm going to be getting back. It's Pronto 40k.
Wonderful. And it looks like we will be filming a game of 40k this weekend, yes?
Absolutely, why not?
Wonderful. So it will be Chaos Knights I'll be playing. They might have some friends to make up the points, because and Adam, he hasn't made up his mind. So make sure you keep an eye on our Discord. If you don't have our Discord invite, at the moment, tough, or I might be able to do something about that.
While he's doing that, if you want to keep an eye on my little project for the Votan 3D prints, you can check it out on my Insta feed, and that's monolithic stuff. I will hopefully be putting a lot more stuff up there for that.
I forgot the link to the shop. There it is.
I'm not.
It's popped up. It's okay. I got there. So if you want to pick up some merch, you're quite welcome to do so. The quality is actually pretty cool. I do enjoy them.
I don't mind my Family Tree one. It's actually quite comfortable.
So for people listening at home who can't see the link that was placed in the chat, it is streamlabs.com/redbelly/merch.
Thank you.
If there were other players' symbols up there, that would make it so much better.
So what was that?
If only we had other players' symbols up there, that'd be so much better.
Give me a symbol that's unique. And
Yeah,
I'll make it
you've got
happen.
mine.
Yep.
Mine's there, you've got it.
Give me a larger version. Then I can make it
Oh,
multiple
screw you.
sizes.
Screw
I
you,
need
son.
bigger.
Find a picture of Elon, no worries.
All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up and get out of here because we're going down a rambling path, and that's always fun.
Yes.
Us?
Yeah, I know, right? Who would have thought? As I said, make sure you keep an eye on the social medias for us to find out when the 40k game that Adam and I will be playing commences on the weekend. I will be back this week, finally, to Hobby Nights. I have been offline thanks to stupid COVID. But I'm back. I'm healthy now. You're fine.
Idiot.
Marks, say goodnight.
Good night, Mark.
Good night.
Adam, say goodnight.
Good night, everyone.
I'll say goodnight to me. Thank you for everyone who joined in the chat. Always fun to... Yeah, you guys are fun. I'll keep it that way. Radio Mike, please take us out.
That's right! We're all individuals! Do you crave that special flavour, or do you yearn for the return of the common rule overlords? Let us know! But, more importantly, join us next month for more Wobbly Player Syndrome!